What's good, family? Chief Drano here, and I'm live again. I haven't been very active this week because I've been very busy with work. I work full time, and YouTube is a bit of a hobby for me. I like to come on YouTube and listen to the current affairs, current events happening in the world, and especially in America. I'm more interested about life in America, and I'm very glad about the internet. I can use YouTube as a medium to gain my information and knowledge all around the world. So YouTube is really great. Now I'm back. I'm back again. After my interview with O'Shea, I haven't been really active. I swear to God, that show really drained me for some reason. But yeah, I need to keep going. I know I've got a voice, so I need to always keep voicing my opinion. But then, mind you, it is an opinion. All right, it is an opinion. And as the saying goes, birds of the same feathers, flock together. So if you vibe with me, you understand my message. You stick with what I say, and I hope I will, edify some of you and be of good use, to the black community, or say black YouTube. Now, my discussion today would be about voting. I know the U.S. election, the primaries, is next week. Is it on the 6th of November? Yeah, and the same month, on the 24th of November, we're gonna have elections here in Australia as well. We have our state elections. My state is Victoria. Okay, and we having our Victorian election on the 24th of November. So I, being of a matured age, I am not registered to vote. Okay, I love politics, but I hate politicians. So I have to overcome my dilemma someday. Okay, but not until then, I am not motivated to vote. It's as simple as that. Okay, nothing moves me to vote. Okay, my voice is very little here in Australia. That my single vote will not affect anything. So when it comes to voting, okay, yeah, it is your constitutional right to vote. But why are you voting? Why must you vote? Okay, so these are the questions that you need to ask. What are the benefits of you voting? And what are the detriments if you don't vote? Like here in Australia, here in Melbourne, Australia, to say, if you're registered to vote and you do not vote, you will cop a fine, roughly about $72. Okay, you will cop a fine. So voting is mandatory for all citizens. Okay, but there is a catch if you are registered to vote. All right. The only advantage for me, okay, is I got my citizenship before I turned 18. So I wasn't required to vote or register to vote. But the moment I turned 18, the registration forms were sent to me. Okay, but I still haven't signed or registered to vote, and that gives me a cushion to analyze the situations around voting before I vote. Okay, and as of now, when it comes to Australian politics, I am not compelled to vote at all. I'm not convinced to vote at all, because here in Australia we're still under the monarchy. Okay, and we have prime ministers. All right, our prime ministers can be ousted at any time. Okay, so there's no sentiment when it comes to voting. Right. Every politician will tell their side of the story, whatever they want to achieve in the election, or if they are elected. But deep down, I know they're lies. They tell so many lies, and I'm not with that. I'm not with people that tell lies, and this sums up politicians in general. So I mean, when it comes to voting, I am very adamant, and I refuse to budge. You know, not until I see a politician who who represents me. Okay, not until I see a politician who has my agenda in focus. I don't see why I should vote. Okay, because my single vote doesn't matter. One, I am black in Australia, and my population in Australia is less than 1%. So what incentives are there for me to vote? Okay, there are no benefits for me to vote. None, zero. Okay, so these are the things that you need to consider when you're voting. Why are you voting? What are the benefits? What is it in it for you? What has it got to do with you, for the most part? So why are you voting? You know, welcome to the show. Gibrano is live. You know, I haven't released a video in a while, so I thought today I'll come online and yeah, address some of the topics of the day. You know, it's voting season. Australia will be going to Melbourne. We're having a state election in November 24th, on November 24th, here in Melbourne, Australia, Victoria State. At the same time, you know, I know election week is next week for my family in America. Yeah, so we have to talk, you know. It's very interesting that it's 2018, almost 2019. Technology has made it so interesting that, you know, you can't be in the dark anymore. You know, the internet is so big now. You can't afford to be in the dark. You know, so you know who your politicians are. You know who you're voting for, and it all comes down to, why are you voting? Why must you vote? Okay, if your politicians do not have your agenda, you know, as a priority, okay, you're not meant to vote. Okay, the politicians are public servants. Okay, they're there to serve you, the citizen. Okay, so if the politicians do not have your agenda on the table, then why are you voting for them? Why must you vote? You know, so not until you find a politician who has your agenda in mind, or at least outlined, you shouldn't vote. It's plain and simple. You know, here in Australia, if you don't vote, if you register to vote and you don't vote, you get a fine, and it's $72. So what? I'll pay $72. I don't care. I don't have to vote if this politician doesn't have my agenda on the table. I don't have to vote. I'd rather pay the fine. You know. So you should know that you having the power to vote. Okay. You have the power to select a politician, to put a politician in office. A politician should never think that he's better than the average everyday citizen, because the everyday citizen is, he or she is the one that puts the politician in office. You know, so the politician needs to come begging for your votes. It's that simple. You know, not until the politician comes to beg for your vote, you shouldn't be incentivized to vote. There's no motivation to vote at all. You know, like here in I keep saying, in Victoria, okay, we in Melbourne, even though the black population is less than 1%, okay, they they try to demonize the black population, especially the Sudanese population here. They demonize them so badly, you know, that when they talk about gangs, okay, whenever they talk about gangs, is the African community that comes to mind. Okay, there was some article some time ago where the publisher or the person who wrote the article, right, used a photo of an English band, music band, okay, and used that as a photo to present Sudanese gangs in Australia, and it was just awful. It was so awful that, you know, people saw right through that lie. You know, people saw right through the deception, trying to demonize black people. Now, with these new campaigns about the election going on, they part of the election promises by these politicians was to reduce crime in Melbourne, and they're talking about the current government has allowed or has failed, you know, Victorians by allowing gangs to roam freely on the streets. Now, this is just a propaganda. This is so appalling, you know, so appalling. I feel ashamed that, you know, people can be, even amongst, you know, here in Australia, okay, they can be colorist as well. You know, people see me, okay, even though I am black, okay, I am obviously black of African descent, right? People see me and say, oh, but you're different to Sudanese, or you're different because you are a bit lighter, so you're from this part of Africa, so you're not part of this. I said, no, don't ever say that. I am African. Okay, whatever concerns them concerns me. Okay, I am African. You know, so they try to, you know, discriminate, you know, and use colorism to differentiate people. You know, and this goes back to identity. You know, this goes back to what I talk about identity. You know, people always perceive of you by your outward appearance. Not until you label yourself, you give yourself an identity. No, they're just gonna run off with whatever they see or they perceive of you. You know. So when it comes to Sudanese, you know, criminal elements in the Sudanese community, okay, they don't say that. They're quick to label you, you know, put all of us in a box, say all African or say African gangs, okay. But then when they meet you, they'll tell you, oh, but you're different though. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't label a whole group of people, okay. There are 55 countries in Africa. You can't just pick out one and say, oh, all Africans are criminals, or all Africans belong to gangs. Okay, so it's so bad that you cannot have a group of boys or men, you know, hanging out together in the cities, because you'll be labeled as a gang, even though you're not involved in gang activities. You know, so this is so bad. You know, so bad. People are so right leaning. You know. And I don't lean to the left and I don't lean to the right, but I am in the middle. Okay, you know, there's no extremes for me. I'm always neutral. Okay, when I see wrong, I call it out. Regardless, when I see right, I call it out too. You know, so these are the issues that plague, you know, African communities, you know, in Australia, and it's election time. Okay, and if you are of African descent and you're watching this, okay, not until these politicians bring your concerns to, you know, to view, do not vote for them. Don't vote. Stay home and pay the fine. You know, stay home and pay the fine. Because what they do is, part of the campaign promise is to increase police, you know, to increase police presence in the city to keep away gangs. Look, there are no gangs in Melbourne. And certainly there are no African gangs. None that I know of. I don't know of any African gang. You know, I live in the western suburbs. They talk about the western suburbs as plagued with home invasion, crime, blah 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 blah. But I've been living here for a year. I leave my door open. Nobody comes running through my house. You know, I haven't heard of any home invasion around me. So I mean, it's all propaganda. You know, it's all propaganda. So it's really sad that this is what's happening at the moment. You know, people always find excuses to blame other people for the ills in their society. You know, but they don't want to blame politicians for what it is. You know, they don't want to blame politicians for the bad social amenities around for the youth. Okay, the devil always finds work for the idle hand. You know, these youth have nothing to do, and all they do is hang out together in the city. But then if you approach them and call them criminals, and you target them for crimes they did not commit, okay, it's gonna anger them. You know, it's gonna anger them, and the next thing you realize, you know, they're hurling stones at you. So then you use that, and then you say the gangs running through the city or roaming the streets of Melbourne. Yeah, you can't say that. Seriously, you can't. Now, when it comes to election in America, okay, I you know, it's really from viewing from, you know, from my point of view here in Australia, okay. By the looks of it, okay, the Democratic Party is not very organized, and it looks like the Republicans are going to have a second term. Okay, it looks like Donald Trump is going to have a second term. So it is really sad. It's really sad that people cannot come together and reason. People cannot come together and reason. But it looks like, from my point of view here in Australia, and from most Australians' point of view, it looks like Donald Trump is going to win again. And I saw a hint that Hillary might run again for 2020. Like, is that a joke? Can it be a joke? Because it's hilarious that Hillary Clinton wants to stand again. I mean, that is a joke, right? That is a joke. You know. So I think black people have had a better chance, okay, under the Republicans. Okay, again, this is my opinion, and this is coming from me in Australia, okay? Under the Republicans, I think black people in America, okay, my family in America, have had a better voice. Okay, black people in America have been in a better light. Okay, it's all because all the racists have come out of their closets. Okay, and now because of the camera phones, you know, we're recording everything, we're filming everything that's going on. The whole world is seeing what's happening. Okay, and black people have become so vocal. You know, and this is only under Donald Trump, because Donald Trump has set the precedence that you can use your rights, your American, your national rights, okay, or your citizenship rights as an American to express your freedom, you know, in terms of free speech. You can say whatever you want, free your mind. Don't be scared. Okay, and Donald Trump has set the precedence for this. He could go and say whatever he wants to say, you know, because he's exercising his free speech. And a lot of black people have noticed this, that, oh dear, we can use this as well. You know, we can say whatever we want. And it's really interesting that Don Lemon, was it just yesterday, he came out and labeled white supremacists, okay, terrorists, as the number one threat to national security. Okay, I mean, that was so big. That was so big. That was the biggest moment for me when it comes to black awakening in America. It's just so beautiful. I'm not a fan of Don Lemon. Okay, I'm not particularly a fan of him, but it's really nice. It's really nice that he could come out, on national TV. Okay, on national TV. Okay, and label white men. Okay, extreme white men leaning to the extreme right, supporting Donald Trump as the number one threat, okay, to national security. And this has brought white supremacy to the radar. And Obama, he didn't get that. He didn't get that. He didn't get that. So again, it's really interesting. It's really interesting times. With the camera phone, the information age. Going into 2019, so interesting. Everyone is very interested in what's going on in America because America is the leader of the free world. Whatever happens in America affects the whole world, especially here in Australia. Okay. The Australian dollar is always banking on the American dollar. Our economy is banking on the American economy. So if America fails, we fall here too. It affects us. So it is very important that things go right in America, and then things will go right everywhere else. So I mean, as of now, okay, I am predicting, okay, another Republican win. Okay, it might be Donald Trump again. Okay, it might, but we'll see. And it all depends on who goes to vote. It depends on who goes to vote. And I guarantee you, if black people go to vote Republican, okay, you will have a better chance. You will have a better chance, of bettering your life in America than with the Democrats. Okay, the Democrats, okay, are mainly conservatives. Okay, this is what I see. In the Republicans are mainly liberals. And I personally function very well with someone who is liberal because I'm a Gemini. All right, I know this very well. Being a Gemini, okay, I am the most difficult person to deal with because I can switch personality anytime. I have a dual personality, okay, and the only person that can deal with me is a Libra. Okay, in all my relationships, okay, I've tried. I think Sagittarius would be, say, the most sexually attractive partner, but any other person, there's always a conflict. And even a Sagittarius will stand me for a while, and after a while she'll give up on me. Okay. But the most successful relationship I've ever had was with an Aries, okay, which is also fiery, but the most successful relationship I ever had was with a Libra. Okay. And someone taught me this trick. Someone told me to study it. Study astrology. The zodiac. It's really important that you know the star signs of people. In relating to your star sign and your temperaments. Okay, in regards to the zodiac, it's also important knowing compatibility. And I find people that are more liberal easy to deal with because they can reason with you. People that are liberal can reason with you if you present them with a reasonable argument. Okay, they will understand you. All right, they will understand you, and you can see from Donald Trump, right? With that meeting in the Oval Office, okay, Donald Trump will say, "Look, I would allow Kanye to speak for me any day. I mean, this is big. This is so big for the president of America admitting that he would allow Kanye to speak for him any day. That is amazing. Okay, so black people in America, my family in America, you do have a voice. You have so much power at your disposal that you do not know. It's up to you to tap into this power, okay, and exercise your ability as an American citizen. Okay, express your feelings. It's free speech. You have the greatest nation in the world, okay, that promotes freedom for everyone. All right, that protects national interests. It is up to you, okay, to present your interests. If you stay put, you know, on the low, nobody cares about you. Okay, because consider yourself like a Jack Russell. You know, the Jack Russell dog. You know, he will be the first to bark. You know, hey, I'm here. Seek attention. This is what it takes. If you do not voice out your opinion, you do not voice out your concern, you do not lay down your agenda, okay, concerning you as a black person, as black people, okay, people will decide your fate. People will always decide your fate if you sit down and do nothing. You know, if you sit down and do nothing. You can compare the black community to the Latino community. Okay, the Latino community, they did not sit down. They did not sit down. They did not stay put. They always voice their opinion. They always make sure they're heard. All right, that's why things get done in the Latino community. All right, but black community, we so you know, the infighting. You know, we're fighting amongst each other way too much. Okay, we're beefing about Kanye West going to the White House instead of joining with Kanye. You know, Kanye has what up, Doug? What up, Salute? What up, sir? I haven't released any video this week, so it's Sunday here, and I'm just taking it easy and relaxing, and I wanted to make a live stream, you know, and I currently have four topics, and I wanted to talk about, you know, it's election week. You know, here in Australia as well, for my state, okay, we have our state election. Team Libra, there we go. You know, I love Libra. You know, I function better with Libra. Okay, I'm a Gemini. Okay, and you have to be liberal. Well, you don't have to be liberal, but whatever you are, you need to work with a liberal. You know, for black people, okay, being who we are. Okay, my entirety, okay, my personality, okay, I can sum it as the entire black people, you know, because we are very emotional, okay, and we do have dual personality. We can be angry, we can be happy, we can just switch, okay. It takes very little to please us. Okay, this is us. We are Geminis. Okay, this is us, black people. And we function better with liberals, or people that are you know, have Libra, you know. And personally, this is what I've noticed, you know, growing up. I function better with people that are Libra in terms of relationships, you know, lasting, fruitful relationships, you know. So with the Republicans, I know, you know, you have a better chance. Okay, black people have a better chance with Donald Trump than anybody else. You know, than anybody else. It's only under Donald Trump that this year we've seen so much awakening for black people. So much awakening. You know, black people can, you know, the racists have come out of the woodworks. Okay, and black people are able to expose them. Now Don Lemon, okay, I mentioned this before. Don Lemon was able to say boldly on CNN that the biggest threat to national security is not the caravans of migrants marching towards the border, thousands of miles away from the border. Okay, the current threat to civilians in America is white supremacists. Okay, the all-right, far-right white supremacists, white males. They are the biggest threat to national security. Okay, and this is big. This is huge. This is huge. So, Doug, what do you think? What do you think of Don Lemon? I mean, a lot of people would hate Don Lemon. Blah blah blah. I listened to Phil. Phil was like, "Oh, what the hell? Don Lemon, why are you saying this now? Blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Oh, Phil, come on, dude. Come on, dude. You're always complaining that black people are not doing whatsoever. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. But here's Don Lemon on CNN. Most people watch CNN in America, okay, and he is brave enough to say this, okay, on national TV. And black people are catching feelings. Oh my God! I just can't comprehend. It's like Kanye going to the Oval Office all over again, to repeat. Why must this be happening? We should be cheering on Don Lemon. We should be cheering him on. And you should know that I don't think he would be able to say whatever he said if he wasn't approved by his producer. He wouldn't have said it. So he's saying it, it means he's been approved to say it. And this is big. This is only under Donald Trump. Yes, I know. Not many people pay attention to Don Lemon, especially what he said about Kanye West. Calling him a coon and stuff like that. I'm like, seriously, dude, you can't do that. People like that are enemies. To black progress. But at this time, what Don Lemon said was really big, and this is what we've been fighting all the time. This is what Phil talks about all the time: white supremacist terrorists. Okay, this is what he talks about all the time, and it's only mostly coming out from social media, right? But this is the time where a mainstream media like CNN has voiced out something so big. Following that shooting at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay, and I heard that Pennsylvania is actually like a drug infested state. Okay, everyone is high on drugs there. What was this drug? It's not methamphetamine. I forgot the name of the drug, but the name of the drug just skipped me. But it's a disaster. Okay, it's a disaster. There's so many problems going on that people are ignoring it. But the main threat to national security currently is radical white males. Okay, they can pick up a gun and go shoot up a whole church full of people, innocent people. No one is saying anything about it. They could go pick up a gun and shoot a whole Jewish synagogue. Okay, and no one is saying anything about it. And Don Lemon was able to say this. So there you go. So for me, I always, when I look at information, I always pick the good. Okay, what's going to benefit me, and I discard what's not going to benefit me. Okay, and this is how we need to see things. This is how we need to see things. So what else is there to talk about? Crosswalk coffee. So before I move on, Doug, are you gonna vote? I'm gonna put you out there, but yeah, just give me an idea. Will you vote? All right. My title is "Don't Vote." Hashtag Don't Vote. Don't vote only because you do not know what the agenda is. Okay, you don't know why you need to vote. But if you do know why you're voting, by all means, go vote. And make sure you vote for the right person. Make sure you vote for the person that is pushing your agenda. Make sure you vote for the person that has your interest at heart and will actually follow through. I know Oprah came on TV and she was campaigning and saying, you should vote because what if you do not vote, you're doing your ancestors a dishonor. Okay, because they fought to vote and you are refusing to vote. I'm like, seriously, Oprah, you can't say that. This is how the Democrats think. Okay, the Democrats always think like this. Okay, they're so close-minded, very, very close-minded. Okay, and it doesn't help anyone. Most people who vote Democrats are conservatives, and what are you conservative? The word conservative is derived from the word to conserve. Yeah, independent is great. Thank you, Doug. Independent is awesome. Vote independent. Okay, and this is the way. This is how you vote. You have the power. You elect these people into power, into office. Okay, they're there to serve you. You're not there to serve them. So not until they push your agenda, okay, they do not deserve your votes. And it is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. So, I was talking about Oprah. She was saying that if you do not vote, basically she's saying if you do not vote Democrats. I honestly think the pause that be powers you meant bring America down, always vote independent. Except, yeah, there you go. Okay, and there you go. There are powers that want to bring America down. And those that want to do that are more in the Democrats side of things, I would say, from my point of view. From my point of view in Australia, okay? I'm just sitting back and watching what's going on in America, right? From my point of view, okay, the powers that are wanting to bring America down, to divide America, okay, are mainly in the Democrats. Okay, the Democratic Party. Okay. They're so sleek with what they're doing, and slowly, they're putting the country in the hands of the Illuminati. Okay, it's so plain and simple to see. Okay. And it was so good. It was so good that Donald Trump became president, because it wouldn't have been great with Hillary. Okay, a woman that labeled black men as super predators. Okay, and I was surprised he used that same line to jail Bill Cosby, calling him a super predator, sexual predator. Like it is so sad. It's so sad, and you shouldn't be voting for people that hold such views. Okay, people that hold such views, you shouldn't vote for any of those. But I will say again, you can vote for independent, but with people in power, okay, it's here in Australia we have the Greens, we have the Sex Party, but it is always the Liberal Party and the Labour Party. Okay, they always win. So if you want to be on the winning side, okay, you should vote Liberal. Yeah, this is my point of view, right? You can vote independent, but if you want to be on the winning side, vote Liberal, and make sure you push your agenda. Okay, make sure you push your agenda. I have seen I have seen that black people are able to push their agenda through the Republican Party far, far easily than they did with the Democrats, especially under Obama. Okay, the gays got the agenda through before black people did, and black people never got the agenda through. More black people were killed by police under Obama. Trayvon Martin happened under Obama. You know, Tamil Rice happened under Obama. Tamir Rice. Okay, all these things, bad things happening to African Americans. Okay, my family in America were under the Democrats. You know, so if you really want to push your agenda, okay, push it through the Liberal Party. Okay, and as the name suggests, okay, the Liberal Party, okay, was derived from Libra, meaning you know, liberty, freedom, balance, on the scale of balance. You know, so you are able to sway events far easier with the Liberal Party. It might take time, but eventually it will happen. Okay, if you present reasonable arguments, reasonable agenda, okay, I think you can achieve them under the Liberal Party. All right. So this is my take. So yeah, again, Oprah was disgusting. I mean, Oprah with her money alone can lift the black community out of poverty, especially in Chicago. Oprah has enough money, okay, to buy estates to house homeless people in Chicago. She hasn't done that. And for this woman to come and tell you that you not voting is a dishonor to your ancestors who fought for the right to vote, and she's sitting on billions of dollars, okay, and hasn't done much for the black community. Like, I find that as disingenuous. You know, it's really sad that, you know, someone like that had to come and tell you to vote. Like, seriously, push over, Oprah, push over. You know, you've lost my respect. You have lost my respect. You know, what is a dishonor? Is voting for someone who has no agenda for you. You know, that is a dishonor. Okay, that is the worst thing you can ever do. You know, to dishonor your ancestors. Voting for someone just because someone tells you to, and voting for someone who has no agenda whatsoever for you. Okay, that is a dishonor. So I mean, I will vote Kanye West 2020. I will vote Kanye West 2020 if he has black agenda in focus. Okay. That would be me. I will vote Donald Trump if he has black agenda, and I'm sure he will. Like, it's I don't know how to say it, but it's obvious, Doug. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's really obvious. Donald Trump knows where he's failing at. Okay, if he makes it through and he's not been, what is it called? Impeached. If he's not been impeached, you know, he makes it through to 2019 and begins the campaign into 2020. Okay, Donald Trump is going to win. Because he knows where he's failed at, and he knows where he can do better. Okay, it's plain and simple. And if you cannot see that the Republican Party is going to go for a second term, okay, you need to really analyze things and see how things are playing out. Because from here in Australia, I think Donald Trump is going to win a second term. You know, because Donald Trump can come, okay, with someone like Kanye West approaching Donald Trump, and putting his agenda and agenda of black people on the table, on the desk of Donald Trump, okay, and Donald Trump saying that he would allow Kanye West to advocate for him any day, okay, that is a positive sign. That is a positive sign. So yeah, I mean, you can vote independent for this election, but when it comes to the national elections, please vote the Republican. Okay. Anyway, I'll move on. I was very upset with Oprah, but yeah, I'm going to win a second term. Oh yeah, he's going to win a second term. There are no Democratic candidate. Exactly. I'm sorry, my brother. Around 45. I'm going to. Okay. See you, brother. Yeah, Doug. Yeah. Who are they gonna bring? Who's gonna stand? Who's gonna stand against Donald Trump at this instance? Who is eligible? Like Donald Trump started off being the most ineligible, most unqualified person to be president ever in history. Okay, but he's improved himself. He's worked his way up. Okay, he's controlled things like a boss. He's controlled things like a boss. Like there's no other way you can see it. Okay, this man has been ridiculed. Has been called all sort of names in the book. Okay, but he stood his ground, and that is a president. Okay, a president is a warrior. Is meant to be a warrior who is not swayed by any persuasions. Okay, and that is what's gonna make Donald Trump win again. And it's so obvious. And Doug, I'm happy you know this as well. It's so obvious. So yeah. So yeah, Oprah. Yeah, seriously, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah, and what else to talk about? Yeah, crosswalk Kathy. Doug, did you hear of a crosswalk Kathy? A black couple parked their car inches into the crosswalk, and this woman is calling the police on them. Okay, for not parking properly. I'm like, oh my god, here we go again. I love white women, but man, like white women like that, oh geez, not for me. Seriously, that's not mine. That's not mine. Oh dude, you need to check her out. Crosswalk Kathy. And I was just like so in awe that the brother came with a champagne glass. This is so comical. Like he came, he was holding his drink glass, and it was like he was crazy. He was sipping on his wine. You're calling the police because I parked inches into the crosswalk. Let me tell you this, okay? When I was studying when I was at uni, okay, I studied mechanical engineering, okay, and I did 2 years of civil engineering, okay. It was during my civil engineering degree that I had parked, okay, I had parked close to a driveway, and someone decided to park really badly. Okay, they parked in a space that was meant for two cars, but because there are no lines, okay, that person didn't bother. And I know it's uni. We come late and we rush off to the lectures. Okay, so I had enough space, to park behind this person, and enough space not to block the driveway to this house. Okay. Or to this residence. Okay, so for 2 hours my lectures was going on, and I came back, okay, to witness a couple of police, police cars, and an angry woman or white woman, okay, saying that, oh, I need to be jailed, I need to go to jail for refusing, for parking behind her and obstructing her. And it is a law in Australia that obstruction is an offense. Okay, but I being a civil engineer student, okay, I threw the books at them. And I'm like, what do you mean by obstruction? I am perfectly parked. I'm not obstructing the driveway. Okay. And I am the first person to park. Okay. So whoever parked in front of me is in the wrong. They didn't park properly. So what had happened was the little space that person or that female, white female left in front of her, okay, was filled up by this little small car. Okay, this small car was able to fit in there. So now this lady, being an idiot, was trapped, couldn't move her car. So she had to call the cops. Okay, and the cops couldn't do anything for her. So they came, the cops came, and the woman tried to, oh, there's a woman like about same age as I, okay, because we're both uni students, okay, tried to make the police, jail me or, arrest me for obstructing her. And I was able to reason with the police that I am a civil engineer student, okay, and I know what obstruction is, okay. And I had a tape measure in the car, okay, and so I measured the driveway and I measured the space, okay, and I proved to them that based on my calculations, I do not see any obstruction, okay. They left me alone. They left me alone. So they saw that I was quite witty, okay. They couldn't outsmart me, they couldn't intimidate me, okay. They left me alone, okay. And this woman just saw how stupid she was, okay. She missed out on work, okay, for deciding to park however she wanted, okay. She missed out on work, and then she tried to blame me for it, but I wasn't buying that. I had my head really screwed on, and I wasn't buying that. So all the police did was, okay, well, just move your car. And I'm like, yeah, rightfully so. I'm about to go home, so I'm moving my car. And there's no way you can detain me or arrest me because I did not break the law. I parked perfectly. So this is what it is, I did not get angry. I did not start a fight. I just threw the book at them. I just threw the book at them. Anyway, so crosswalk Kathy was quite embarrassing, she was quite embarrassing, and I am really appalled, I'm really appalled for any white person or white woman, okay, that thinks like that. I think she's really cute. I think she's really, really cute. She's a really cute looking white woman, but nah. I always go with merits, okay. If you're good looking and your attitude is shit ass, nah. I'm not gonna deal with you, nah. So this is what it is. So yeah, Doug, I mean, you go check it out. It's really, really funny. It's really comical. Like it's a joke at this point. So yeah, I noticed what's his name? Roland Martin. Okay, Roland Martin has my first name. Okay, I'm Roland as well. My first name is Roland. Roland Martin. I don't know what it is, but I feel like he's an uncle. And Roland Martin is from DC. Okay, my dad is from DC. So I'm feeling like Roland Martin is an uncle. I need to get in touch with him. He might be related. Okay, he might be related. Because it must be something to do with our family, because we do have two first names as our last names. I mean, we go with two first names. We have a first name, and we have a last name, first name, last name. Okay, I don't know if you understand it that way, but in terms of like Roland Martin, Martin is a first name, Roland is a first name. And my name is like that too. So I feel like we might be related, And I noticed Roland Martin was wearing, I vote independent. Okay, he was wearing that hat, and that's what I noticed. And I'm pretty sure that's who he's going to vote for, And rightfully so. If the independent, push your agenda, okay, vote for them. Throw all your votes at them, And this should be what it should be. But if you see if you see that the independent are not going to gain any grounds, okay, vote Republican. Okay, vote Republican. Don't be afraid. Okay, vote Republican. Make sure you push your agenda through, because from look, how I see it, right? I think Donald Trump, you're able to negotiate with Donald Trump. One, because he's not so bright. He's not so bright, and you can easily negotiate with him. He's all about numbers. He's all about money. So if you talk about money and you push your agenda through, okay, he's gonna look at you. You know, he's gonna push. He's gonna do what you want him to do. You know, and it's what's his name? Barack Obama did the same thing with the gays. Okay, and the Latinos. Okay, the Latinos pushed $1 million to push the agenda to Obama. Okay, $1 million. Did the black community do that? No, they didn't do that. Nobody did that. Okay, and this is the thing. The black community, we're not ready to contribute. You know, in terms of financial, means. We need to support financially. You know, politics is all about money. Politics is all about money. So not until you're able to put the money down, and walk the walk, no one is going to look at you. Nobody's going to look at you. So push your money, okay, push your agenda and back it with money. Back it with money. Okay, because politics is all about money. And whoever has money, okay, has the most power, okay, to push his agenda or his agenda. So it is what it is at the moment. So I talked about crosswalk Kathy. I mean, that is hilarious. I mean, that is so funny. What else do I want to talk about? Paris Milan. Okay, Doug, I don't know if you're a fan of Paris Milan. Anyone here who's a fan of Paris Milan? I think I love the sisters. Okay, I love the sisters. I love the sisters' energy. But one thing I don't know, one thing I don't see is white women on YouTube bashing men and saying all sort of ills. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. A white chick on YouTube is so classy and so sexy. I'm like I know I love white women. Okay, I love all women. Okay, I love all women. Okay, but when I see a beautiful woman, okay, I don't care. I don't care whether they're white, the green, the yellow, the black. Okay, I don't care. A beautiful woman is a beautiful woman. Okay, and I love women with virtue. Okay, women with standards, classy women. That my kind of woman, and she has to be a Libra. That's for sure, because I know it's not gonna work. Who are you talking about winning second term? Trump? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm talking about Trump, bro. Yeah, I'm talking about Trump, bro. Okay, Trump is gonna win a second term, definitely. If things do not change, where's the live chat? Okay, if things do not change, it's a wrap for 45. He's going to be impeached. Now I saw your message, Brother Bam. Okay, I don't think he's going to be impeached. I do not think so. If he were going to be impeached, he would have been impeached by now. All right, he would have been. Okay, slowly. Okay, he's getting under the radar. He's moving on. We're soon going to forget. There's going to be like people ask me. Okay, every day there are new things to consider. There are new things we focus on, and we always forget what happened yesterday. It's just human nature. Okay, now everyone, the migrant caravan has drawn attention away from Donald Trump. Okay, into these people posing, obviously not posing threat, but people are concerned about these millions or thousands, hundred thousands of people approaching the border. Okay. Oh, I have no clue there. I have no clue, brother. I have no clue. Brother Lim, I have no clue. I'm not voting, so I really do not like politicians. Okay, I really do not like politicians, and I'm not voting. Okay, based on you know, the promotions and what they call it, the campaigns they showing on television, okay, is so anti-black, okay, it's so anti-African, all right, and I do not like any of them, all right, I do not like any of the politicians, okay, so I'm not voting any politicians, okay, but yeah, what was I talking about before? Doug, you know, was it Lim? Yeah, Trump winning a second term. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, he's gonna win a second term. That's for sure. You know, I sort of like missed my point there, but yeah, I guess I made my point clear. You know, so yeah, we're talking about Paris Milan. My last topic will be about Paris Milan. You know, Paris Milan. Okay, she is. I think she's a really beautiful woman. Uh, will I date her? Absolutely not. I wouldn't date her because she's black. No, that wouldn't be the reason. I wouldn't date her because she has a very loud mouth. Okay, and definitely she's not the type of woman for me. Like I said before, I like classy women, women that are classy, women that see, like, I like feminist women, but not the the feminist that has become what it is at the moment. Like, a feminist is a person in its proper context. Okay, a feminist is a person. Men can be feminists too. Okay, so a feminist is a person that embraces femininity. Okay, someone that embraces being feminine. In my lame man term. Okay, someone that embraces being a woman, see herself as a woman, know her place as a woman, okay, and does things like a woman should. Okay, that in my term, okay, or my understanding is a feminist. Okay, but it's been hijacked. The term has been hijacked. Okay, and they've politicized it and used it to demonize men. Okay, so I'm not really with that. Okay, but my question, my I've been watching Paris Milan. Like, a lot of it, she talks. She's very eloquent. She's very fluent in speech. She's very articulate. I'll give it that. She's very intelligent. Okay, but is she a right candidate for a date? Absolutely not for me. Yeah, American feminism. Yeah, call it American feminism. Yeah. Okay. Traditionally, in that's why I say that if you if you want a wife, okay, come to Australia. Okay. Okay, because Australian women are so traditional. Okay, they will cook, they will clean. Okay, and they're white. They'll cook, they'll clean, they'll do laundry, they'll do everything for you. Yeah, everything. Australian women, white women will do that for you. Okay, and I've had my experiences. Okay, a white woman will cook, will clean, will do everything. Okay, will do everything for you. And the biggest reason, okay, Australia has one of the biggest, highest divorce rates in the world. Okay, and the reason why the divorce rate is high here is because the men have it too good here. The men here have it so good that the men are so feminine, so effeminized. Okay, okay, and it's really it's so when you're black, okay, they really admire you. Okay, if you're a black man, the women here admire you. They want to see that masculinity. They don't want to see that toughness. Okay, they want to see that, and you win. You win. You can pull the most gorgeous white woman. Okay, that will cook and clean and do laundry and do everything for you. So I mean, when it comes to feminism, okay, feminism in Australia means feminism in conservative terms. Okay, one being feminine and wants to conserve that femininity. Okay, I don't know how to say it, but that womanhood. Okay, a woman in Australia wants to be a woman. Okay, doesn't want to be a man. So a lot of the girls that I've dated always, you know, tell me that I'm the man, I should take the lead, you know. And it's really disappointing when I sometimes do not show such prowess that I'm a man and I need to stand for myself and protect her. Okay. Then I lose those kind of girls. I lose the girls that I date that I do not show masculinity. Okay. I lose the girls very, very quickly. So this is how I have adapted. Okay. I have adapted in the society here in Australia that people are very conserved. You know, they're conservatives here for the right reasons. Okay, not for any bullshit propaganda. For the right reason. Okay, they're conservative. That they value marriage. Okay, they value relationships. Okay, and they believe in, you know, human rights and the right for every person as a human being to live. You know, these are conservative terms. You know, when you talk about conservative, what are you conserving? What is it that you're conserving? What is it that you're conserving? And when it comes to America, the conservatives are only trying to conserve white dominance. It's so plain and simple. White dominance. That's what they're trying to conserve. You know, white people in power. That's it. That's conservatism. Conservatism. Can't even say the word. Conservatism in America, okay, is to preserve white power. That's it. You know, so yeah. So Paris Milan, okay. She a few times I'm listening to her. The first time I listened to her was after I made the video about Bill Cosby. Okay, I made a video about Bill Cosby and why Bill Cosby was going to jail, you know. And next thing I realized that there was a video that Paris Milan released that showed up, okay, that Paris Milan made, and I watched this video, and I'm just like, I kind of agree. I agree with whatever she's saying. Like some of the things that she's saying, they're true. Blah 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 blah. Okay. But the only thing that she lost me on was when it comes to finance. Okay, when it comes to resources. All right, when you look at Bill Cosby, okay, Bill Cosby didn't get his money from black people. No, he didn't. Why people watch Bill Cosby? Yeah. When it comes to black entertainment, white people promote black entertainment. White people pay black people for entertainment. I don't remember the last time I bought a music CD. It's either I get them as a present, and I have a lot of music CDs. Okay, I do have a lot of CDs, and always people give them to me. Okay, and these are my friends here in Australia. Okay, they see me, they know I'm black. Okay, I'm black, so they'll say, oh, I think you're in Tupac. Are you into Tupac? Oh, I think you're into Black Eyed Peas. Oh, I think you're into this and that. Oh, I think you're into Nas. I think you're into Maze. I think you're into Jay-Z. Blah 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 blah. So the next thing I realize, I'm getting these things as birthday presents. You know, or Christmas present. I open my Christmas present and it's a black related thing. Okay, and these are genuine music CDs. They pay money for. But I don't remember the last time I bought CD to listen to music. White people buy music. Okay, white people pour their money, okay, into black businesses. You know, it's in terms of entertainment. Look at all entertainment. We do not own anything. We do not own any basketball team. We do not own any NFL teams. We don't. You know, white people own everything. Okay, so when a black man is making money, okay, he's making money off white people. I don't know why people can't see this. You know, if you're with me, Doug, tell me, let me know I'm right. Okay, if I'm wrong, please let me know so I can switch my talk. But what I'm saying, this is what I've noticed. Okay, White people own everything. White people pay you. All the jobs you go to, white people own it. You know. So if you're making money, it's because a white person is paying you. So all these NBA players, musicians, and whatnot, okay, their money, okay, was made on a white platform. Okay. Any black person making money on YouTube, okay, you should know you're making money on a white platform. You did not create YouTube. You did not create YouTube. So it's only natural that this person is making. See, money goes, money comes. This is what it is. This is the basic principle when it comes to money. Money goes, money comes. Okay. So these people, the more you earn, the more you spend. You see. So when you start getting money, your mind is open beyond, you know, any possibility. Okay. Now you begin to see things differently when you have money. When you have money, there's no way you want to go date a ratchet woman. There's no way. So you begin to put yourself in positions where there are classy women, or women with, you know, great beauty, all right, or women that love to spend money. So that's where you put yourself, and where you put yourself, you know, you're always going to get the energy that you put out. Okay, the people that you attract, okay, are the people that receive that kind of energy that you put out. Okay, so Paris Milan was talking about Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen. He's a basketball player. Okay, I used to play NBA, you know, on my PlayStation. Okay. Pippen was married to this woman. Okay, Paris Milan thinks she's white. Okay, or non-black. Okay, let's say non-black. Okay. Like I don't see racism. Okay, we are all humans. We are all humans. Okay. There are black women that black men have successful black men have married and have ran them to the ground. And one example was Ludacris. Okay, Ludacris' story was just so sad. All right, and I can name a host of black men that have married black women. Okay, that have been run to the ground. So I mean, that argument is so flawed when it comes to intellectual, you know, grounds. There's no intelligence in it whatsoever. Just because a rich black man has married a non-black woman, and you think it's a detriment. I mean, seriously, like, I don't want to go over and over again about this, but you know, at the end of the day, look, if you think you're better than this woman that this man is married to, why don't you present yourself to him? Why don't you go? Why don't you go tell this man, hey, look, dump this woman and marry me? Okay, put yourself out there. This is what I'll say to people, you know, that try to detract from people's personal development, people's personal issues. Like, seriously, you're not in bed with that man, so why should you care? That's gossip. Like, that's just celebrated gossip. That's so stupid. You know, that's so stupid. You're talking about the man spending money. I mean, in a non-black, you know, taking resources from the black community. Dude, his money is coming from the white community. It's only natural that the money will go back into the white community. I don't know why you can't understand that. You know, I don't know why you can't understand that. These people are paid millions of dollars, and they know that millions of dollars, I can afford a Bugatti, I can afford a Ferrari. Okay, so the money goes right back to the white person. It's strategy, it's marketing strategy. It's really sad that you know, black people, we do not understand money. You know, we do not understand economics, and above all, we do not understand relationships. You know, every day, everything that we do, okay, in regards to society, is about relationships. You know, it's how you build relationship is what's gonna, you know, affect your way of life. You know, so if you do not spend time to build positive relationships, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna achieve what you want to achieve. You're always gonna fail. You know, and relationships doesn't mean that, oh, you are black, so you need to be with a black person, or even though if that black person is, it's so bad for your health. No, it doesn't mean that way. Not at all. As a human being, you're meant to function. You're meant to function independently. You know, regardless of any external influences. You know, do not let anything sway you. You know, do not let anything persuade you from what you want to do. And especially if you're a man. Especially if you're a man. You know, do not let a woman control your destiny. Like, it's simple as that. A man must always take charge. You know, you must always take charge. And this is the level of education, okay? You need to be really highly educated. You need to fail, okay? You need to fail, get up, okay? Look at what you failed, fix your wrongs and your mistakes, and make sure it doesn't happen again. This is how you advance. This is how we advance as black people. But then not until we are able to do that, not until we are able to admit our wrongs and our mistakes and fix them, step away, just step away from whatever you're doing wrong, whatever is going wrong, step away, move away. Assess it, analyze it. What was I doing that was wrong? What are we doing as a people that is wrong? Step away from that. You know, fix the wrongs. Get help. Get help from wherever and fix the wrong. Not until you're able to fix that wrong. You're not going anywhere. You will regress when other people, other group of people are progressing past you. You are regressing. So, I mean, not until we're able to do that, you know, we're not going to go anywhere. We glorify dysfunction. We shouldn't glorify dysfunction. All right. So again, Paris Milan. I mean, she can say whatever she wants to say. She's very articulate. She's very intelligent. Whatever she's saying, I know she's doing it for money. I mean, she starts a video of advertising and stuff like that. People do things for money on YouTube. However, I'm not doing anything for money. I'm here solely to, you know, my sole purpose here is to educate, you know. And I know I've been talking for a very long time, over 1 hour now, you know. But I am happy, you know. It's almost 6 p.m. You know, it's 6 p.m. You know, daylight saving, so it's still bright here. You know, I'm a little tired. I've had a really good relaxing weekend. But I'm all about educating, you know, educating black people, educating my family to come out of the stupidity, you know, the ignorance, come out of the darkness, embrace the new. You know, we need to create ourselves a new paradigm where we win. A new paradigm where we're winning. Okay. And we need to make use of every single resource available for us, or available to us. Every single, and I mean it, every single resource. You know, we should stop all these petty squabbling amongst ourselves. It's not going to take us anywhere. You know, if we see someone who's done something great, hey, be on the positive side. Again, I'll bring Kanye West. Okay, Kanye West has gone into the White House. Okay. Fair enough. We do not like Kanye. We do not like Kanye. Okay, we can say that. We do not like Kanye. All right. I personally don't care. But what can we do with Kanye? We should approach Kanye and coach Kanye. Kanye, look, this is how we do it. This is what we do. This and this and that. Okay, next time I'll go with you. Next time Kanye can go with someone that speaks better. Next time Kanye can go with a professor. You know, that would drop bombs on Donald Trump and on national TV. The whole world was watching that. Okay, and there was no intelligent black person backing Kanye West in that room. It's really sad. I find it really, really sad. Disappointing. Really, really disappointing. This is the time we need to be friends. This is the time we need to be close together. And just stop the divisionism. Everything that divides us, we need to just quit. We need to just stop it. Step away from everything that divides us. Okay, and come together as black people. Okay. As black people. There's only black and white. Okay, there's no in between. There's no in between. Okay, if you want to start going in between, where do you start? Where do you end? Okay, you can find differences in every single thing. Differences, even your brother or your sister doesn't like the same food that you like the most. Your brother doesn't like the same music that you like. So if you want to start being divisive, okay, and divisive, right? Okay, you're just gonna hate your brother or your sibling just because of the music he's listening to. I mean, like, seriously, where do you start? Where do you end? Where do you start? Where do you end? So it's about time we embrace ourselves, we encourage positivity, and we build and improve ourselves. And this is my main focus, is to improve ourselves and bring ourselves out of the darkness, out of the darkness. We are the first people of this planet. Every group of people know this. Every group of people know that we are the most important people of this planet. And it's high time we took our place. It's high time we took our place as kings and queens, like we used to call ourselves. We embrace the new. We evolve. We roll with the punches. We evolve until we're able to take and overthrow whatever is overcoming us. Okay. We make use of every resource available to us. Okay. A lot of people talk about reparations, blah blah blah. Look, personally, I'll say my reparation as an American descendant of an American slave. Okay, every time I think about this, right? Because my grandfather moved to Ghana, okay, just to get away from the bullshit. All right, and every time they don't want to have anything to do with America anymore. Like, but I am so different. I'm intrigued. I want to go back to America someday. Sometime. At least just go stay there for a while. Washington D.C. That's where my family come from. Okay, Virginia. Okay, where the first slaves were taken from Africa. Jamestown, Virginia, 1619. Okay, I know this history back to front. I know this history. All right, because I am a descendant of an African slave. Okay. My great grandfather, great grandmother, whoever, okay, was taken as a slave to the Americans. And I didn't only descend from that, because I did my DNA test. I noticed, okay, I do have a German side, okay, all right. I have North African ancestry. I have Native American ancestry, okay. I have been mixed, okay. Most of us African Americans are mixed. It is what it is. So we can't stay in that outdated paradigm. We can't stay there. We need to evolve. We need to really evolve with time. Yes, our ancestors suffered. Okay, our ancestors suffered. That we will have, or we would have, a better future. And rightfully so, we are having a better future than our ancestors did. Okay, So our our endeavors, okay, in our everyday life is to honor our ancestors, to show them that we can do better, not to revert back to what the situation they were in before. We need to evolve and do better. Always evolve and do better. You know, always evolve and do better. Don't don't be a sheeple. Don't do things because people tell you to do it. You know, do things because you are an intelligent human being. You are self-independent. Okay, your mind controls you. You know, don't let people tell you what to do. Okay, see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. You know, always aim at the goal. Okay, aim aim for great heights. Let the stars be your limit. You know, as a black person, okay, and this is what our ancestors did. Okay, the stars were the limit. Okay, the pinnacle of the African civilization was Egypt. Okay, and these people were able to know beyond the stars. Okay, they did not stop. They didn't stop. Why must we stop? Why they never stop evolving? They never stop. Why must we stop evolving? You see, the moment we stop evolving, that's when we die. Okay, that's when we die as a people. You know? Like I find it very very interesting that people talk about eugenics. Okay, the reason why African Americans have not been exterminated. Okay, the reason why African Americans have not been wiped out is because their plans for eugenics failed. Okay, because you as an African American, you do have European genes, you do have all throughout Africa. Okay, you've been amalgamated, you've been mixed. Okay, they'll pick a South African, they'll pick someone from Congo, they'll pick a North African, and mix them together. With time, you've been mixed. All right, you've been mixed. So it's very, very difficult to target your genes as an African American. It's very, very, very difficult to target someone that is multi, someone that has a multi lineage. It's very difficult. You know, and they use the drugs. Okay, they went into drugs, right? They went into drugs. The crack cocaine epidemic. Okay. Just because you don't hear of it, all right, there were more white people also on crack. They don't talk about it. Okay, here in Australia, okay, drug overdose is one of the biggest killers of white people. Drug overdose. You know, and it is happening in America as well. Drug overdose and mainly white people. Okay, they because they can't do that to us because we're so mixed. It's so mixed. You cannot pick a specific gene and target that. If you do that, if you pick the gene and you target that, okay, their population suffers as well, and that's what they've done. Okay, the only thing they could do was target the population with drugs, and they think that black people will get addicted to drugs, but hey, look, there are more addicted white people that are addicted to drugs than black people, okay, and they're dying by the thousands every year. They're dying by the thousands. You know, drug overdose. Heath Ledger, okay, one of our favorite actors, Heath Ledger, okay, from Batman. He died. He's Australian. He died of drug overdose. You know, so black people, we're doing really well. We just need to calm down. You know, assess our situation. You know, be intelligent. Approach everything with intelligence. And we shall win. We shall win. Yeah. So, man, coming back to Paris Milan. I mean, seriously, Paris Milan. You are a beautiful woman, but will I date you? No, I will not date you. Okay, because you are a loud mouth. Okay, you are a gossip. You are only a celebrity gossip. I mean, why must you discuss, you know, people's relationship as something that is disposable to you? You know, why must you be concerned about what someone's doing with the money? And it is if that person earned the money in the black community and then takes that money away from the black community into a white neighborhood and marries a white person, rightfully so. But if this person makes all his money in a white neighborhood, okay, he plays in a white sports, white owned sports, okay, white people pay him, okay, he decides to spend his money with white people. It's just common sense. At this point, it's just common sense. Okay, it's just common sense. His social circle is white people. Okay, classy people. There's no way he's gonna stoop low for you, Paris Milan. Okay, if you are so capable, if you are so capable, or if you're so desirable, okay, if you're so favorable for this man, Scottie Pippen, if you're the right person for Scottie Pippen, why don't you push yourself out there? Why don't you present yourself to him? Where were you when he was looking for a soulmate? You know, so people perceive whatever they want to perceive when it comes to relationships, but they do not understand that you cannot live someone else's life for them. You can't do that. Not until you're willing to go stay in a house with that person and do whatever it takes to be in that relationship with that person, you have no right, you have no authority to speak ill about that relationship. Okay, however that relationship is going has nothing to do with you. So Paris Milan, get that through your head. Get that through your head. Okay, he's not taking money from the black community. Okay, if anything, he's giving money to the black community. Okay, all his money he made it from the white community. Okay, so it's rightfully so that the money goes back to the white community, and I have no problem with that. Okay, that's why I say for us by us. Always do things for us by us. Okay, if you are so serious, you can start a basketball team. Okay, and promote black players and build just an all black, you know, basketball league. You could do that if you got the money. You could do that. You know, so I don't see any logic in Paris Milan's videos. I do not see any reason why she's doing that other than for fame, publicity, and money. So this is where we are. This is where we are at the moment. You know, people want to talk about your relationship as if they're better. They would be a better partner. You know, like seriously. My question for Paris Milan is she in a relationship? Does she have a working module? Sorry. Does she have a working module? If she doesn't have a working module, she has no right. You know, it's foolish at this stage. She has no nothing to look up to in terms of moral standards. Okay, she has no right. She has no right. You have the freedom of speech, but it doesn't give you the right to criticize other people for their personal actions. I mean, things that go on in their homes. Fair enough, we can talk about it, but you can't. You just can't judge it. You just can't. You can't be the judge of it because you do not have a working module. Okay, not until you have a working module, you know, you can't. No, that's what sometimes I don't listen to opera because you don't have a functional relationship. So who are you to talk about relationships? Like, what the hell? Not until you have a functional relationship, you can't say this is right and this is wrong. You can't do that. You can never do that. So this is the problem in the black community where everyone thinks that they can just, you know, blame people for everything that's going on. Like, you know, it's 2018. You know, we need to step out of that. You know, we need to step out of that. Okay, so I think I've exhausted all my topics. One, don't vote. I'll recap. Don't vote. Don't vote for any politician that you do not know. Don't vote for any politician that do not have your agenda, in focus. And yeah, just don't vote because someone tells you to vote. Your vote is your power. Politicians are there to serve you. You are not there to serve politicians. All right. Not until the politicians have your agenda, have brought your agenda to the table. Okay. They do not deserve your vote. Not until you can see a potentiality that you can negotiate your terms with this politician. Okay. They do not deserve your vote. All right. They do not deserve your vote. Okay. Secondly, crosswalk crosswalk Kathy. I mean, seriously, it is a joke at this time. At this moment. It is a joke. Um, what was the word? Quintessentially, quintessentially, it is a joke. Uh, what else? What else was there? Paris Milan. I spoke about Paris Milan. I think she's a loudmouth. Will I date her? No, hell no. Women like Paris Milan, I'll run a million miles away from. Okay, because they're so loud. Okay, you can never get your point through to them. Okay, they're so adamant, and they're very intelligent, very very intelligent, and they're very manipulative. So there you go. Will I date a woman like Paris Milan, although she's very very pretty? Hell no, hell no. All right, hell no. And relationships, okay. I think I spoke about relationships, but to stress a relationship, okay, you need the world revolves around relationships. Okay, how you relate with people is how they're going to treat you. It's as simple as that. All right. Okay, the energy you put out is the energy you're gonna get. Okay, to every action there's an equal reaction. You know, so it is what it is. The laws of physics, right? So plan your life, plan your relationship, have goals, have relationship goals. If someone do not suit your agenda, if someone do not suit your relationship needs, hey, do away with them. Find someone else that does, irrespective of skin color, skin tone, race, gender, whatever. Okay. And I have nothing against gay people. Okay. If your thing is man, hey, do you? I have nothing against you. All right. If you're a woman and your thing is women, hey, do you? I don't have anything. As long as it's working for you, as long as you're not miserable in the end, okay, go for it. Okay. And this is the education that we lack. What people decide to do with themselves in the bedroom has no concern, no bearing whatsoever on you. All right. What people decide to do in the bedrooms shouldn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Set yourself a goal, achieve your goal. If you fail, wake up, rise up, look at what made you fail, correct your wrongs, seek help. Most importantly, seek help. See who is performing better than you. Who is doing better than you? See that person. Okay. Ask how they doing it. Go ask. Say, hey, dude. I'm sorry. I've been trying to do this. I'm struggling. Can you help me? How come you're doing it better? What is it? What's the trick to it? Okay. This is how you function as a very intelligent person. Okay. Seek help. Okay. Look at functional modules. Follow it. Copy it. Reverse engineer it. Make it suit you. Okay, but if you're not doing that and you're just sitting behind and hating people and just disagreeing with whatever people have to say and not taking the positive cues, oh man, you're going nowhere. Okay, you're stalling. You're not going anywhere. All right. On this note, I would conclude. I have spoken so much. I mean, thank you so much, Doug. Thank you, Bam. Thank you, Lim. Thank you, everyone who joined the show. Thanks for contributing. And yeah, go out there and vote. Exercise your vote. for the right person. If you do not have the right person to vote for, don't vote. All right, don't vote. Chief Driver signing out. I hope everyone enjoyed. Two people are still online. Can you please let me know if you have any questions? I will answer any questions at all. You know, any questions at all, just ask me. I will answer it. I have spoken for over, spoken for 100 minutes, so that's 1 hour 40 minutes. So if you have any questions, if I said anything that you disagree with, if you wanna dispute anything I said, please, by all means, we're all here to learn, So I will not be right all the time. So, and everything I say is my opinion and my opinion only. Okay, and my opinion is based on functional modules. Okay, I as someone coming from an mechanical engineering field and doing 2 years of civil engineering, okay, and working in engineering field, okay, I am very critical. I'm very mathematical. I'm very, very, very scientific. Okay. So everything I talk about, okay, I base it on practical terms, practicality, okay, from an engineer's perspective. All right, this is me. So I have written a note down on how to build the black community, or how to rebuild Africa, okay, using concepts of engineering. Okay, that's gonna be my next topic. I will probably do that in the next coming days, because I do have 2 days of holidays from work. We're having the spring carnival coming up on Tuesday, which is the race that stops the nation, they say. Okay, it's a horse racing tournament. Okay, and it's called the Emirates Cup. It's the richest horse racing event in the world. Okay, the prize money is like $3 million. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't know if they've increased it, but it used to be $3 million the last time I paid attention to it. Okay, so there's a lot of controversies in regards to that sport because of animal cruelty. A lot of horses are mistreated. They're bred for racing, and if they do not meet that standard of racing, they put them down. They mistreat them. So it's really evil. Some of the things that have been exposed in terms of animal cruelty. I love animals, by the way, so I do not like animals being harmed. So yeah, it's very, very controversial, and at the same time, it's very, very interesting because it's organized in spring. The weather is quite nice at the moment. People dress up really nicely, and it's a carnival. It's beautiful. All right. So there you will know that Melbourne is really a fashion city. The spring carnival. If you want a really sexy, classy woman, okay, the spring carnival is a place for you to go to. When you go to the spring carnival, okay, you meet very well dressed women. All right, very well dressed women. So, and they dress very, traditionally, traditional clothing, skimpy clothes and stuff like that, looking like whores. Nah, you will not find that. It's a tradition that's been going on since the 1900s, 1901. I forgot the history, but it's been going on for a very long time, over 100 years. Okay, so it's very, very traditional. The men dress in traditional suits, and the women dress in, really nice dresses. Very beautiful. So I might make a document on that. I also want to. So yeah, I'm having 2 days off work, but I might pick some other work somewhere else for that 2 days to keep me occupied, because I hate to be bored, right? I like to make extra cash, so I do that. And improving black people's life, using engineering concepts. So I will talk about that. All right. Salute, family. Nobody's saying anything at this point, so I will. Oh hi. I don't know if you're still here. MCT Live. MCT. Thanks for joining the show. I didn't notice the your message before. I think I was looking down. Jim Denson. Yeah. Thank you for joining the show, Len. Thank you so much. And Doug. Thank you. Thank you so much for what you do. All right. Thanks for promoting me. You know, and yeah. When you decide to come visit Australia, you know that you have a home in my house. All right. You have a home with me. Right. I've got 5 bedrooms, so yeah, you can choose one. Mine is my personal bedroom. All right. You have a place to stay when you decide to visit Australia. All right, family. For all those that will be replaying this video, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And this is what we do. All right, this is what we do. Right, Chidrano signing out. Chidrano staying strong. Stay well, family. Keep out of trouble. And be good. One love. Peace out.